10 years ago, 150-mile-an-hour clubhead speed with the driver seemed somewhat a myth. Not to mention the amount of people on the planet that were able to hit the driver 400 yards was subject to a very small select of people. However, with the upgrade of launch monitors, vast improvements in shaft technology, force plates, video analysis, not to mention the improvement in strength and conditioning combined with new techniques which seem to be discovered every single week, well, 400 yards going into 2024 seems somewhat pitiful. However, with my fascination of ball speed, launch and spin being the ultimate combination for long drives, at the age of 32, 6'1", just under 94 kilos, it's almost a case of now or never if I eventually want to hit the ball 400 yards for myself. So we have a new series. However, this has been going on for quite a while, especially if you've been watching the channel over the last 3 years. But 3 years ago, I definitely didn't have this set up. Secondly, this is the fittest I've ever been in my life, which I'll talk about the program that I'm on currently at the moment. Not to mention the equipment that I've been using over that time. At this point, seems somewhat archaic. And the fact I broke my personal best today with less than 6 weeks of new training going on, well, to me it seems like this goal will finally be able to be achieved. So here's the goal for this series. I want to reach 140-mile-an-hour clubhead speed, and not just once, like consistently, and have the ability to hit that straight as well. Multiple different testing of heads and shafts, old ones, potentially new ones, to get the best performance, and to be honest, just further my knowledge when it comes to driver fitting at the astronomical level of those high clubhead speeds. I want to discover new feelings and thoughts so I can share with you guys how I'm able to generate more speed and if that's actually applicable to the everyday golfer. And then the last main one, compete and hopefully win a long drive event, maybe not worlds, but let's say something a bit more locally, with the idea that season 1 finishes once I've completed all of those goals. So let's go back to the beginning. This started 3 years ago. I had the idea of wanting to compete in long drive, and to be fair, through stints I was able to put quite a lot of practice in. However, during that time we obviously had the pandemic. Quite a lot of the time I didn't actually have a studio or a place to actually practice long drive, i.e. there's not many driving ranges that are happy for you to hit balls. And then the most recent case, which a lot of you might be aware of, I opened up a business which took time away from my actual practice. And last year I spent a lot of time out on the golf course filming for my YouTube channel, which took time away of me being in the studio and ultimately not giving myself that hour and a half worth of practice to actually gain that clubhead speed that I needed. Not to mention we got a new screen as the old one got a hole in it, hence why again the long drive practice stopped, because I needed to be able to teach in here. And things seem to be going in the right direction as I posted my fastest clubhead speed ever achieved less than an hour or so ago. So let's talk about those sessions leading up to that, and then ultimately I'll show you the footage of when I finally hit that goal and how I'm going to be able to increase that going forward. So currently using this Patterson Connects Velocity 60 plus shaft, and as far as I'm aware this is actually quite heavy and stiff, and as far as I'm reading probably not necessarily helping myself. But just as I say with all driver equipment, putting a new shaft in here isn't going to gain me 50 miles an hour clubhead speed. So technique is very much king. And at the moment, in the early stages, I don't care where the ball necessarily goes. All I want to do is get the feeling of what makes me swing this faster. And I've had a few good discoveries. Well, essentially gaining 7 miles an hour is that not only do I need a lot of turn, I need as much turn as you humanly can around this way. The only downside I've had with this in the past, and I've kind of discovered recently, is that if you come around just around yourself, you're very flat. It's very difficult to actually generate any power down into the ground. So today I figured out if I get my hands high and turn at the same time, all of a sudden I've got best of both worlds, especially leading into that ball, which is where the gym practice has come in. I've been in the gym consistently for about a year and a half now, to be fair. But over the last 3 to 4 months, my gym program has changed. I've been using this new app, which has been created by Michael, golf performance coach, as I didn't necessarily want to keep just doing bench press and squats, even though there is quite a lot of that involved. But as I've discovered recently, balance is so important, especially when I'm feeling I'm throwing so much weight up, down, across, high, low. Can I actually stand on my feet? And thank you to Andy Carter, who actually recommended me Michael in the first place. And potentially I might be able to get you a discount code if you were interested in that. That's something I need to speak to Michael about. And I don't think it's necessarily any coincidence that I have actually hit my personal best with essentially only 6 weeks training going into this. So first of all, before I show you the footage from earlier, sorry I wasn't mic'd up because I was very much in the training element. I wasn't even expecting to hit that PB today.
Yes!
Apologies, I don't want to mic up because I'm very much in the flow. I feel like you only get like 10, 15, 20 shots in this kind of warmed up state before you start fatiguing. But that is the fastest I've ever swung it in my life, 133 miles an hour. Let's go!
Oh, I'd love to get 400 yards. Love to get 400 yards. 193 ball speed. Personal best, so close to 200.
193, big milestone. Haven't hit the ball that hard ever. Long drive's all about club head speed and obviously hitting out the middle and having the right launch. Oh. I found it, found the technique, 1, 3, 4. This is it, I found it. This is the feeling. 1, 3, 3 again.
Oh, 1, 3, 2. Come on. Come on.
What a milestone. It's going to have to be in the next couple. I feel myself tiring out. And it's so well it. So well it.
195 ball speed.
It's another personal best.
Oh, 195. Come on.
Come on. Another 2 miles an hour, you broke your 200 mile an hour goal.
I've done it. I've done it. 135. Oh my God. Jesus. Yes. Can't believe I've done it. 135. 135. Oh my goodness.
I've got a feeling dispersion might need to be worked on in the future. There we are, the winning club head speed so far, 134.8. And interestingly, quite a few close 33s, which were also old personal bests. And of course, the longest drive of the session was produced by one of the slowest ball speeds, but as I've always showed you guys, launch and spin is the ultimate goal for 187, 188 miles an hour. Guys, if you've got any questions about your swing or your bag, sasgolfacademy.com, or if you want to check out my online coaching, I've got a profile up on Skillist. Catch you guys later.